Rugby may not be as mainstream as football, also known as soccer in the Philippines, since rugby is rough and rugged and usually played in the country by much bigger and burlier expats. But Filipinos are making an impact in international rugby. The first woman appointed to the World Rugby Council is Fil-Am Milby of the Philippine Rugby Football Union. And making a huge splash in the UK is a Fil-Brit who plays for England and for the Harlequins in the Premiership Rugby League. Meet Marcus Smith. Rugby phenom Marcus Smith is focusing on becoming a better leader as another challenging season opens over the weekend. The Harlequins and England fly half knows that he has to amp up his game as new players seek to show off and disrupt the already rugged rugby landscape. The Scorecard got to meet Marcus and the rest of the Smith siblings, along with their beautiful mother Suzanne, to talk about their love for the sport and their desire to give back through their Calabao Global charity. Marcus, since you are back here in the motherland, take us back to the beginning. Where did your love for the sport of rugby begin?
It's exactly on this field. Back in the day, obviously, I was born here. My mum and dad used to spend a lot of time here. It used to be called Manila Nomads, today Club United. My brothers used to spend hours on end playing rugby, football, tag, whatever it was. So I wouldn't say my love for rugby, but my love for competing, my love for being out in the, I guess, open space, playing sports, for me was here, back in Philippines, back at Manila Nomads. It was always a dream of mine to be a professional sportsman, whether that be rugby or football, whatever it was, I was excited to be honest, but rugby obviously took over my life. When I moved over to England when I was 13, my school was more rugby, and from the minute I got exposed to competitive rugby, it was my dream, like I said, and to have achieved my dream at 18 and represent Harlequins, a club I guess I've come through the academy with, was special for me and hopefully for my family as well.
Playing such a demanding sport and one of the most difficult positions, arguably, in rugby, the fly half, how does it feel for you representing and knowing that when you compete, you have Filipino blood running through your veins?
I think that I carry on a daily basis comes from my upbringing here, my traditional family values. I like always being with the family. I like the togetherness that we have, not just with our families, but with our friends and relatives. Spending barbecues together, eating Filipino food together. For me, that's part of my culture, and we still practice that today in England. I'm even that, I guess I'm that proud that whenever my brother's playing for the Volcanoes here in the Philippines, I try and watch whenever I can on YouTube or anything. And I even wear them on my lucky pants when I play in the games. I got budgie smugglers, which have got Philippines and England flag on them. So I carry them with me everywhere I go, and every game I play, I hope the Filipinos know I've got them on me, and I've got a tattoo as well. So.
Oh, okay. Can you show that? There. Can you explain this tattoo?
So this is the Filipino tattoo. Obviously the sun and the stars. I try to put my twist on it. My mum's obviously the one born here in Cagayan de Oro in Mindanao, and that's her favorite flower. So it's the lily flower.
The lily flower.
Inside.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about the smiley face there on the side?
That was just for me, I guess, a constant reminder to keep smiling, don't worry, and just constantly be happy.
All right.
Got a few, yeah.
All right. I want to ask you a little bit about the GOAT debate. We hear this all the time between friends, family, sports personalities, the Michael Jordans, the LeBron James. For you, who is your personal GOAT in sports?
For me, can I have two?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, growing up, obviously being born in the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao for me is the greatest. What he's done in his division, in his weight division, is remarkable, but he's not only just done that, he's gone multiple weight divisions up. He's always there with a smile on his face, win or lose. More often than not, obviously, he won, and he won well. And ever since I was young, I used to watch on the TV, even in England, 2, 3 a.m. For me, he's the undisputed GOAT in my eyes. In rugby, for me, it's got to be Johnny Wilkinson. He's the English fly. He was the English fly half a long time ago, and what he did in that jersey really inspired me, really motivated me, and he was the kicker as well. So I'm very lucky to be able to kick with him on a regular basis, and I owe a lot of credit to him. He's helped me in my development.
Though the Smiths are based in England, they regularly go back to the Philippines. Their mother, Suzanne, makes sure her boys do not forget their roots and encourages them to give back to the local rugby community.
As the mother of 3 very energetic and talented boys who lived in the UK, how did you manage to instill the Filipino values of love for God, love for family, and love for country?
First and foremost, I was born with a very religious mom, and so it's really embedded in me, the religion. Although I was not a practicing Catholic really, but deep inside me, I have great belief in God. So yeah, I always take them to church. I always instill in them that you don't have to go to church, but it's just a guidance for them in their daily life.
All right, tell us about the initiative of your boys, Kapuso Global. We have the charity day here today. How proud are you that they're very young, yet they know that they have to give back to the community as they're here right now to impart their wisdom to the youth?
Yeah, when they were growing up here, they were born in the Philippines, they were growing up here, I've exposed them already of the reality of the Philippines. It's not only the life that they were living that time, they were living like expat life and like living in prestigious homes, but I've exposed them the early age of their lives that reality here is there's a lot of people in need. There's a lot of children who probably are talented, who are probably intelligent, but they're not given the opportunity in their homes. And what's good with my boys is whenever I talk to them, they listen.
Marcus's brother Luke is an accomplished player himself and plays for the national rugby team, the Philippine Volcanoes.
Tell us about your initiative with your brothers, Carabao Global. How did the idea to start this brand and foundation, where did it come from?
So early last year, my brothers and I wanted to sort of spread the Philippine culture in the UK and around the world. We always love it when we come back here. We were born and raised here, and we felt, sort of speaking to our friends, not a lot of people know about the Philippine culture, so we wanted to create something that people could wear and we could create a community all around the world and they knew about the Philippine culture. So that's where our designs are sort of based from. We put small little features like the sun and the stars from the flag and little motifs like that. And the aim really is to spread the Philippine culture around the world. And also with that, we want to give back to the Philippines. We want to do charitable events, which is what we've done today. Our first big charitable event. So that's sort of another rooted cause for the brand.
All right, so we are here with the bunso, or the youngest of the Smith boys, Tomas Smith. Tomas, so Luke tells me that among the Smith brothers, you are the most rebellious. How true is this?
I don't think it's as true as he says it is. I don't know what my mum said, but it's a loving relationship. So between us three and us and the whole family, it's all love. So yeah.
You're wearing the merch, Carabao Global, but aside from selling products, you also have this initiative to teach the youth here in the Philippines about the game of rugby. Tell us how this initiative came about.
Yeah, so Luke presented me the idea around 2 years ago.
Oh wow, 2 years ago?
Yeah, like a year and a half, 2 years ago now, and there was a lot of behind the scenes work before we fully launched in July 2023. And the whole part of it was to kind of build a brand that we can use our connections here in the Philippines to try and help and give back to the community that raised all of us. So that was a big part, and then alongside that we incorporated the clothing, which I'm wearing, Luke's wearing, to kind of try and keep spreading the word of the Filipino culture around to people in the UK and Europe, and really show what Philippines is special and why it's special in our hearts.
Being that you're based in the UK, who are your partners that you speak to here in the Philippines that help?
The Smiths may spend majority of each year away from the Philippines, but they surely make it a point to keep coming back.
Among all the places in the world, and it's such a beautiful world out there, what makes the Philippines home?
Well, first and foremost, I was born here, and as the song goes, Manila, Manila, I keep coming back to Manila. Yeah, the Philippines, there's nothing better or nicer than the Philippines. I'm glad as well that the boys really, really love the Philippines, even sometimes more than me. But yeah, we will always come back here till I probably leave the world. But yeah, because the boys loved it here.